G'day, I'm nearly there. Oh no, I've got that on the wrong thing again. Wait a minute. I'll just flick that over. There we go, that should be better. And I've just realised I haven't pressed these buttons. I'll be with you in a tick. Hang on, let's sort of get this happening. And I'll be happy chappy. Oh dear. I wasn't going to stream, but I thought, seeing I didn't stream Monday, I'll have a stream today. So, g'day, how are you? Welcome. I'm Steve Hay and this is Woodworking Masterclass. Not a scheduled stream, but a stream nonetheless. Reason being, I just had everything crash on me again. I don't know what it is. Why is it you get updates and then nothing works? Anyway, so I've just got Stream Deck working again. I've got OBS working again. So I'm just checking the settings and I thought, while I'm here checking the settings, might as well go live, say hi, and show you what I've been up to. Well, I can't show you everything I've been up to because a lot of stuff, I had domestic stuff in the yard. Hang on, that camera's not straight or I'm not in the middle. Wait a minute, what's happening there? Nope, that's good enough. I think I'm in the middle there. Yeah, I'm a bit far out. Hang on, let me just move that in a little bit. Oh, there we go. And we'll drop that down and that can come back. And then we'll go there. That looks about right, I reckon. Yeah, I had to take the car in to get something fixed on Monday. That's why I couldn't stream on Monday. And then I'm on a chemical sewerage system for the house because we're not on main sewerage. And it packed it in. So, yeah, I was shoveling it all day. It was absolutely disgusting. In fact, Susie didn't want to wash my clothes. She wanted to put them straight in the bin because they were a little bit whiffy. But we sorted it out. I got a quote of $800 to fix it. Do you know what it cost me? It cost me a few hours, 3 hours worth of labour doing the, digging and the stuff myself. $3.30. It was a little $3 90-degree polypropylene, that's hard to say, polypropylene right angle, and it had twisted and broken and caused all this trouble. So I fixed it, and then my brush cutter didn't work. So I thought, oh, it can't be too hard. But brush cutters, there's nothing to them. So pulled it all apart, put it all back together, still wouldn't run. So oh, it doesn't matter, I'll go and take it into the brush cutter bloke in town. So I took him in there the next morning, which was Tuesday. Oh, you need a service. Oh, what's that going to be? $120. Mate, it's not that serious. It only has done 30 hours. It doesn't need a service. The spark plug's still shiny. Oh, no, we've got to do this. Oh. So I came home, did a couple of things, tried something else. In fact, I'll give you the clue what I did. If your brush cutter doesn't work, pull the carburetor off, soak it in petrol for 24 hours, put it back together, bang, she works. All this rubbish about, oh, you've got to drain your fuel out because the new unleaded fuel causes problems, and then when it evaporates, it leaves, what do they call it, a sludge of oil. Oh, rubbish. Anyway, got it all working. So then I thought, oh, we got some people in here. G'day, Les, how you going? G'day, Christopher. G'day, Roy, mate. No, long time no see. To you, my friend, I hope you're feeling good. Anyway, I'll continue with my rant. Then got the brush cutter going. What else happened? Oh, I did have a laugh today. Because as I said previously, I've had an excavator in to reroute all the drainage because what I want to be in the classroom, which is in the front of the house, not my workshop, I've got a few sheds, whenever we get a decent rain, it just floods. So we had all these baffles put in and drainage, but they weren't all connected up. So what they've done, they've actually cut off the natural course of the rainwater coming down, and so it floods my sheds twice as quick. So I thought, no, sandbags, that's the go. So I got my young grandson, big hefty young fella, and we thought we'll fill 50 sandbags up and build a wall so that'll divert the water, because I reckon it's going to rain in the next week, but you know the weather forecast, look out the window, you've got a better idea than they do. Anyway, I went up to get some sand and this lady said, oh yeah, the sand he wants over there and the shovel's next to it. I wanted half a metre. I said, excuse me. She said, well, you got 50 bags to fill. I said, no, not here. I've got a trailer. Can you put half a bucket in the trailer? I'll go home and fill them. And grandson and I, we did a dozen bags, which has made a bit of a difference. Don't want to work him too hard, poor young lad. So we'll have that finished. So it's all good. What have I been doing? Oh, I've been working on different boxes. I don't know if I did the televisation, because that's such a word. Videoing of the eyeball box. Where are we? This is one that I started a little while ago with the curved things, which I've shown you how to do that. And whoop! Oh, good save! Good save. There you go. It's got an eyeball looking at you. Hang on, I've just got to work this camera out here. Up. There we go. Yeah, so it's got a dragon's eye, and I've got part of his head coming through this bit too. So eventually that's going to be all that colour, and I'll do a couple of other things with it. That's one. This is another one I've been playing around with. This one I'm going to put ebony in here, and then another couple of layers on top of this to bring it up. There's another one I'm working on at the moment, which I just put on Instagram, made that lid, and that's going to be, I haven't worked out what I'm going to do with that one yet. But anyway, what I thought I'd do, seeing I was here, I'll do some edge banding, because you can buy edge banding, but it's all a bit, Believe me, it's a lot cheaper to buy edge banding than it is to make it, but it's not as rewarding. So I thought I'll do a little bit of edge banding and I'll show you how it's done. Before I do that, I've just got to pull something out of my ebonising solution, which I'll go and get that now. For those that haven't seen what I've done, I'll show you the two. Oh, it's a long way down for an old man. Oh, crikey, caramba. Oh, yuck. I'm just draining a lot of it off. Oh. So this has been soaking for 24 hours. That's the natural colour of the ambonia, but I've soaked this in a solution of vinegar and steel wool. And you can't see that because I'm pushing the wrong way. Hang on, let me get this one. There we go. Okay, this is what it looks like in its natural state. And then I put it in vinegar and steel wool solution for 24 hours. And that's how it looks, which is pretty spectacular. When it's dried, it actually comes up like that. And then when you shellac it, that's had a fair few coats of shellac, but eventually it'll come up nice and shiny. The reason I've got this is this box I'm making, if you can notice, yeah you can, this is slightly wider, these are slightly wider than here, because I had a bit of a stuff up I had to fix up, and therefore to put edging around there with a mitre, it wouldn't work because this is thicker than this, so the miters wouldn't line up properly. So what I did was just got a sheet of this, put the box over it, glued this onto there, and then cut that bit out, which I think's floating around here somewhere, which I can use on something else, wherever it is. It's floating there somewhere. All right, so I've just got to put this in paper and I'll put this in the press and I'll see what's going on. Good afternoon. It's night time here, Roy. Good afternoon. I'm doing good, but I've got oh no. Well, I'm pleased you. Thanks, mate. I'm pleased you're getting better. That is good. And g'day from Adelaide. Chris, I didn't read that, so yep. It's Michael, not Christopher. Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. I picked up on the end bit. So, Michael, I apologise. I've just got to put this in my press over here, where I've got some other stuff sitting, because I want to do some double-edged stuff, which I won't do tonight. But just for you that are interested, I've come up with a couple of really, well, I think, are good ideas. What's come up there? Oh. And these are test pieces that I can just play around with. Let me see if I can do this properly. There you go, look at that. I can stop saying Okay, so I'm going to do double inlay. What happens with veneer, especially if it's sort of straight grain like that, that's coarse, when you're doing very, very fine double inlay or double bevel, the veneer breaks and the fibres splinter. But if you glue paper, come here you, if you glue paper, that's with hide glue, onto the back, it stiffens it. So you glue paper onto the front side, the side that you want should be exposed. And then all you have to do when you're finished, you just put a little bit of water on it. You've done your design, you keep the paper on the whole time, and then you inlay paper up into whatever it is, then spray a little bit of water on it like that, and you can see how easy you can see how easy the paper just comes off. So there you go, that's a little tip I wasn't planning on sharing, but anyway, it's yours. Okay, what I wanted to do was make sure this is working, which I'm happy. Almost put you in hot, mate, that's no good. Actually, a friend of mine, he's a wood sculptor, brilliant artist. I'd love to show you some of his gear. Actually, he's going to come down and we're going to do a stream. Gary Field is his name. And yeah, he was crook and ended up in hospital with pneumonia. So I feel for you, Roy. Not nice at all. All right, what I'm going to do is, those of you that don't know, Roy, you might not because you haven't been on for a while, I've decided I'm going to concentrate on a range of boxes at the moment. I'll get back to furniture eventually, but with ambonia and ebony. So what I want to do is make some ebony inlay or ebony stringing that I can put around these boxes. So I've got to get used to these cameras. So I can put a thin stringing up there and along there if I want, or around here in particular. Put stringing over there and over there, very similar to, oh, here's an old one, but a good one, this. So you can just put edge banding in there. Very easy to make, and look, if you have it, you don't need ebony, believe me. If you do want some, let me know because I can sell you some. But what you can do is any timber that's got a nice grain to it. Where's the bit I was going to use? The reason I like this ebony, I picked this stick. I've got some that's jet black, but it doesn't do what I want to do. For example, if I had that face there, yeah, it's all right, but it hasn't got much character to it. But if I turn it around, you can see those stripes. That's what I want in the edge banding. Likewise, that hasn't got much going for it there, and that one I haven't fully dressed. So that's the edge I want that's got the nice stripes in it. And I've got to look at what I'm doing. Yeah. So that's the one I want. So we'll go over to the bandsaw. And what I'm going to do, I've done some here, but I'll do the rest so you can see. As soon as I work it out. Oh, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. There you can see I've already cut 3 pieces. So I'll just work how many I need. I'm going to number these so I don't get them out of sequence. So it's 1, 2, 3. That means this one's going to be 4. And most of my boxes don't go over 300, so I'll just have a look, see. If I make it, no, 300 I reckon. I might go 350. Okay, so I'm going to make it 350 long, which I've got 2 there, 2, 6, 9, 11. I might cut 12 squares. Okay, so we'll go over to the bandsaw. I'll cut 12 squares, and then this, I would prefer holly, but I don't have any holly. So this is the best I've got, which is silver ash. Unfortunately, this turns a little bit yellow over time, but all I'm interested in really is just that really fine edge there. And I might do 2, yeah, I'm going to have 2 of these, then a black strip of ebony, and then a white one, and then the ebony. So we'll see how we go, but we'll go and cut these squares up first. So I'll just take a camera over there so you can see what I'm doing. You can have them cut whatever thickness you want. I just sort of eyeballed this, but I would imagine it's going to be around 2 mil or thereabouts. Where's a? I'll measure it. Did I say 2 mil? 5 mil, you idiot. Yeah, 5 mil. So that with 1, 2, 3, 6, that's another 3. It's about another 4 or 5 mil. So it's going to come around about 10 mil wide edge banding, which should be fine. So let's go over to the saw, if this is working. Here you go, look at that. And we'll cut some more of these. And away we go. So all I've done, I've set the saw up. I'm not sure if we're going to get flare if I put a light on there. We'll see how we go. You've got to make sure you've got the right tension on your blade, or else it can wander, and you want these as precise as possible. So I'm just going to see what I'm doing there. Okay. So what did I say? I wanted 12, so I've got to cut another 9 of these. And I draw the next number on the end. Don't rush it and don't force it. Take it nice and easy. And make sure you keep your numbers. I just got mixed up on the numbers there. If you can get it about 45 by 45 is a good stock to work with. Although I've done it on in stock, So I'll show you that one later on. Not today, but at some later stage. And you can do it on end grain, which is very effective. Okay. Now what I would normally do in, now let me just move all this stuff back and we'll talk to you. Oh, do I need that? No, I don't. What I would do in a normal situation with a less expensive timber would be I'd work out how much I needed and I'd cut that block. It's just that ebony is pretty dear. You're looking $100,000 a cube. In fact, just to give you an idea, we'll work this one out. Okay, that's 545. Okay, it's $100 Australian for that bit there. But it's nice, and if that's what they charge and you can't get it any cheaper, that's what you've got to pay. So now we'll work out the width of this. I'll go a little bit wider than we need. Not too much, but just a little bit. Just allows for a little bit of error and messing around. There we go. So I'll just have a look, but I think I'll do 2 strips of this. And then a black strip and then another white strip. It should look all right. Hey Jeff, how are you, mate? The stripes will never be seen by anyone. They will. I'll make sure. Or, I just had a horrible thought then, Jeff, or are you saying because I'm not going to finish it? Let's be on the face, we all know that it's bad. Oh, yeah, you see? You're getting into me. There's me thinking you were being artistic critique, but weren't. You're just being awful. You're right, mate. I got broad shoulders. I can handle it. I have tolerance for Navy people. I understand that. And as per usual, I've got this wonderful idea of doing this, and I'm ill prepared because I don't think I've got wide enough plates. I'll just go and have a look. Should be all right though. Now, 1 strip, a bit like a recipe, isn't it? 1 strip of ebony. Veneer, that is. Yeah, you can use whatever veneer you like, whatever timber you like. This process is the same. I'll do some at a later stage using just veneers without any solid timber. And you can get some quite pleasing results with very ordinary looking veneers. fact, if I had one floating around here, I could show you, but I don't quite know where it is at the moment. Just using two very cheap veneers, some Jarrah and Myrtle. Okay, I've got them there behind me. There you go. No. Oh, tell you what, I was looking for that though. Somebody said I should tidy up. How rude. I'd never get any work done if I spend all my time tidying up. No, it'll come to me later on. What do I want? Oh, that might do. Long boards. How about these? Oh, could be in luck. We could be in luck. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Let me just dress this and we'll be right. Where's me cooking paper? Here it is. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to go and buy some more of this. My wife said, you'll never use that. And I bought 4 boxes of it. I don't know how many metres. 120 metres. And I think I've used 2 boxes already. So you do go through it. There we go. Oh. Don't need compressor on at all. Are you? Yeah, you want to stay away from those cold and flus, mate. They're no good for you. Okay, got that one dressed. Oh no! Oh no. No, that's all right. That's all right. I forgot they were there, didn't I? Oh, all these little things are something else I'm making, so I'll fix that up later. All right. Now, if you've got a drum sander, it's really handy for the second phase, but for the first phase, just a board with some sandpaper glued on it is all you'll need. And I just want to level these off, so where the numbers, where are we? Where the numbers are, this one around here. Okay, so the side I've put the number on, that stays up, and I just lightly do that and it flattens them out. If you've got any ridges, they won't be there. I'll do it on this camera too. There we go, I've got those around the wrong way. So if you've just got a board, sandpaper stuck to it, and where you've got the numbers, keep that up, and then just a little light rub, figure of 8 if you want, nothing too bad. All you want to do is just knock off any unevenness that happens to be there. It goes without saying, or I should have said it earlier, when you machine that block up, make sure it's dead square. So shoot it and then plane it or put it through a thicknesser, but it has to be dead square. If not, when you put these squares together, they won't line up the way they should, and it can cause a little bit of drama. What happened to that one? And just test it with your finger. It's still got a little bit of a ridge on it, so I don't really want that there. If I take too much off, it can make it uneven, which means I don't need it then. I think we'll get away with that. Just check it with your fingers. No, that's all right. Dave from Ireland, thank you so much. Ow. Geez, I'm pleased I wasn't using the machine. took my eyes off it for a minute and just gave myself a pedicure. There you go. Well, thanks, Dave. I appreciate the feedback and I appreciate you enjoy watching what I do. So thank you for that. I don't know what that hasn't got a number on it, so. I mean, it's as boring as watching paint dry. I got a new clock too. Hey, check out my new clock. Where is it? That one there. Look at that up on the wall. How schmick is that? We have a digital clock. So there you go. I'm catching up with the 21st century. Oh, I just read the rest of your message, Dave. Yeah, look, I hope to keep it going. If anyone's got any ideas how I can promote it so I can get more viewers, that would be lovely. Or get more members. YouTube has got membership to the channel, which I don't know how many. I might have 30 odd members, maybe 40, I don't know. But what I'm doing there is I post on the community notice board for members only, and I put different videos up that I don't put on the main YouTube. So it becomes a bit of a reference source for anyone interested in woodwork, and also a bonus for the members. Those of you that have been on there or haven't been on there yet, there's a link to all the lessons and templates that Mike Davies was talking about in his wood carving videos that he did when he came down. So there's a link on the community notice board for all those if you're interested in carving. Had a lovely lunch yesterday with a dear friend of mine who makes spoons. If you're on Instagram, check her out, Carol Russell. Carol Russell. Lovely lady and talented. This work she does is incredible. So I actually gave her a bit of ebony yesterday and she's going to do some little ebony salt spoons for me. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, a bit of late mail too. Christian from Japanese Tools Australia. He will be dropping in on Tuesday. I think we're going to run a special stream, so I'll stream on Monday and then Tuesday we'll also stream again. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's bringing. But one of the things I am going to ask him to do is make some ebony chopsticks. I reckon that'd be pretty special. Okay, now let's see how we go for numbering here. So we'll go 6, 7, 5, 10, 3, 12, 8, 9, 2, 4, 11. So one would assume this must be number 1. So there you go. So now, you're going to make sure it's all going, work out which surface it is you want, stack them all up in order, and then make sure they're all on the same face. For example, if you look at those, this one here is odd man out. So we just spin that around until we get the right facing. There you go, looks like that one maybe. There we go. So that's how that looks. And what I'm going to use is this edge. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute, I've just got to change SD cards. That one seems to be full. Oh. It's a bit of a blow. How are these ones going? That's all right, that's all right. Well, we'll just whack another card in, that's what we'll do. Let's see how that's looking. Oh, wait a minute. Tell you, life wasn't as much fun without all this electronics, but by crikey, it's got a lot to answer for. That will, then I assumed, which you shouldn't do, but I assumed that they were empty. Perhaps my filing system isn't as infallible as I thought. All right. We just have to play I Spy for a little bit whilst this works itself out. All right, so now it doesn't want to do that. We'll take that out. And we'll put another one in. Seems to be working all right now. There we go, all right. Well, I'll put that one in there. Hey, these are great SD cards too. I had someone left them in my pocket, and Susie washed my pocket, took them out. When we hung them on the line, they fell down on the ground. Information was still there. Very, very clever. Okay, so the benefit of the camera, I'm going to do that again. So all those now are all lined up. Hang on, let me do this for you. All those now are lined up, and they're all flat on one side. I'm not worried about it being flat on both sides, because we've got to glue these down on these strips of veneer, and then I'll put it through a drum sander. If you don't have a drum sander, you could use a cork block, but I do have a drum sander, so that's what I'm going to use. Oh. Just see how the glues go on here. We might just put a little bit more water in that, I think. Oh, that's pretty close. Pretty close to being right. Put a bit more in there. You can use PVA glue for this. It's acceptable. I don't like it for the reasons that I've said before. It will creep. And I'll just put another couple of coats of this on. And by creep, I mean you lay it down, and over time you will feel the glue coming through where all the joins are, which is a little bit undesirable, I suppose. And we'll just give this another quick coat. What I've got here is De-Wax Blonde Shellac, and I just put it on reasonably thick. At the moment, this is the filling stage. I'm just filling all the pores up, so I'm not worried about streaks or lumps or anything that I don't want in the finished product. So you put it on pretty thick, and it will take a lot of coats. It will take a lot. 30, 40 coats is nothing. But eventually that's the sort of thing it's going to look like. A lot smoother, so you won't see the brush marks. Although you shouldn't see many brush marks on that. That's a Taklon brush, which doesn't leave bristle marks, which is nice. Okay, now where do we get up to? This one here. What we have to do now is let me just have a look. Where? I did have a special clamp I made for this, if I can find it. If not, I'll show it to you later on. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know where that one's gone to. I'll just have a look down here. No. No, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. It'll work just as well. Okay, so I have a strip of veneer and another strip of veneer, and then a black strip, and then a white strip. So that's basically how it's going to look. And then on top of that, actually I might put two blacks in there. That's pretty darn thin. Let me just have a look. Yeah, I'll just cut another one of these up and put it in there. Okay. So that. Yeah, that looks nice. And then this. Oh, that's pretty wide, actually. No, that'll be about 10 mil. Yeah, no, that'll be right. So that's sort of what it's going to look like when it's all together. But this is the bottom one, so we're doing this one first. Get these all lined up, because once we start gluing, there is no turning back. Work out where your front is going to be. In this case, this is going to be the front. They're the edges that I'm using. So I just start 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on like that. But first of all, we have to glue the veneers together, so we'll do that now. Oh, hang on, we've got some action here. What have we got? Oh, g'day from Newcastle. Great stuff set up you have there. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Faulkner, 92, thanks for that. Where can I get one of those aprons? Mate, they are all sold, I'm sorry to say. I used to make them, but not anymore. Question, what do you use to apply French polish? Pad or brush? And what's the best ratio to use when mixing shellac? Okay, I can answer all that. I'll just get out of there. Go away, there we go. All right, I'll come back here. Depends, I don't know if I've got a rubber up here or not. I might have. I know I did have. Bear with me. Oh dear. What's that one there? Oh. No. Okay, I haven't got a rubber made. I did have one, but oh, what's that up there? There you go. I have got one. The actual art of French polishing is done with a pad, or in France they call it a tampon. In England they call it a rubber, and this is a French polishing rubber. The idea is never to let them dry out, as if they dry out they're really not much chop for anything. Look, here we go. Okay, so it's got cotton waste on the inside. This is linen on the outside. This is about 4 years old, this one. Now, there are a couple of shapes you can go. You can have an egg shape or a pointed one. I prefer the pointed one. And to get that, you pull this over, pear-shaped. Pull this over here, flip it, and then squeeze it and twist it, and then get that tail and just wrap it underneath. And you hold it like that in your hand. So this pointed part can go and do corners and what have you, and then this part does the flats. So that's the rubber. Keep it in a jar like that, airtight. I'll just throw a bit of spirit in there so it doesn't dry out. And that's how you French polish. When you're just using a brush, that's what they call varnishing. So it's basically the same cut you use, but French polishing has more steps. When you varnish, you're just basically putting it on with a brush, rubbing it back, putting it on, rubbing it back, putting it on, rubbing it back, and go through the grades. Whereas French polishing, you've got 4 steps. You've got filling, which fills all the grain up. Then you've got bodying, which is really putting a surface over the grain you just filled up. Then you've got what they call stiffening, or what do they call it? There's another word for it. No, I think it's called stiffening. That's what I call it. I've got to think now. So you got filling, bodying, stiffening, which is where you're actually refining that finish. And then you've got spiriting off. And spiriting off is basically you're just using straight alcohol and you're taking all the oil out that's been left on the job because you use raw linseed oil as the lubricant. Or if you're in France, you use paraffin oil. That's the difference. So yeah, with French polishing, there's more steps involved than lacquering. The thing is with French polishing, you get such a beautiful, delicate finish. It's so rich, but it doesn't have any depth. Whereas with brushwork, you can build it up. And as far as ratios go, I start out with a 4-pound mix. And a 4-pound mix, you break it down yourself. This is in imperial, so I don't know what the metric equivalent is. I learned French polishing too many years ago. But the 4-pound mix is based on 12 ounces of shellac to 1 gallon of alcohol. So if you bring that down to pints, there's 8 pints to a gallon. So if you have 1 pint, you divide 8, no, if you have 2 pints, no, 1 pint, you'll do that. Hang on, let me go 8. 2 pints, you divide 8 into 16, and that goes twice, so that's 2 pints. And then you divide 2 into 12, which is 6, so 6 ounces for 2 pints, 3 ounces for 1 pint, and you work it out that way. Then, this is where it gets, I hope you're taking notes, this is precious stuff. Then, that's your stock solution, a 4 pound mix. I then use a 1 pound mix, which means I take a measure of a 4 pound mix, so it might be 250 mils of a 4 pound mix, and then I dilute it by twice that amount. So to get a 1 pound mix from a 4 pound mix, I would take 250 mils of a 4 pound mix and put 500 mils of alcohol. That will give me a 1 pound mix, and that is what I generally polish with. But I break it down even further in the rubber with raw alcohol. So there you go. I hope that answered your question. It was a bit intense, wasn't it? The breakdown of French polishing in a nutshell. And you're right, Roy, ebony's lovely. Morrow, thank you. Gay, welcome from Dubai. Welcome to Brisbane, Australia. Oh, the days of French polishing. Yeah, and you get orange fingers for years. Although I use de-wax blonde more than anything else now. Although I occasionally use garnet, especially on a dark brown timber. There we go. Just watch back later. Okay. Are you taking notes as we speak? I actually, speaking of special guests, I do have another lady coming in the next few weeks. Carol from Libron, Australia. She carries all the Libron products, and she's the lady I get all my specialist cabinet making stuff from. So she carries all the shellacs. What have I got over there? Got yellow, ordinary golden flakes. I've got lemon, which is yellow. I've got de-wax blonde. I've got button lac and garnet. I think that's it, yeah. Plus the flakes I use for colouring, which are Van Dyke crystals, and they carry a great range of polishes. So she's coming in. I'm actually having lunch with her tomorrow, and we've got to work out a day when she can come up, and we're going to do some videos, and I will do a French polishing video when she is here. French polishing too, I could tell you how to do it, and I could show you how to do it in the video, but it is a tactile art. It's really about feel, and you can't get an understanding of the feel unless you're doing it. And by that I mean you've got to actually go through the job. You've got to mess it up a few times so you can then understand how far you can push it. Because a lot of times you don't press hard enough on the rubber. The power you exert on a rubber in the stiffening, and particularly the spiriting off, you are putting, many, many pounds of pressure on your precious job that you don't want to ruin in order to get the desired result. So it's very much a feel thing. Those of you that are in Brisbane or can get to Brisbane, soon as my classrooms are finished, I'll be running a French polishing workshop. And my courses, I only have a maximum of 6 people. So it might only be 4 people. So you do get the benefit of almost one-on-one instruction. Okay, now I'm going to lay all these out. I'm just looking at the time. And it's 7:05 and I'm running late, but that's okay. Now, these pieces here I want to face the front. So I'm going to lay them out like that. 1, and a little bit of glue between them. 2, a little bit of glue there. 3, a little bit of glue. 4, bit of glue. I'll straighten them up shortly. 5, a bit of glue. 6, bit of glue. 7. It's imperative you keep them all the same way. 8. I'll show you this natty little vise I have made up, which I won't use for this one. And the last one. Okay. And we just push all those in as close as you can get. And that's the other thing I like about hide glue. As it dries, it actually shrinks. So if I haven't got these clamped really tight, because they're touching each other, they will actually pull each other in, which is another advantage of hide glue. Okay, can you see it? No, you can't really see anything yet. You're just going to have to take my word for it. So that's part 1 of doing your own edge banding. I'm going to clamp this up. And then tomorrow, when it's dry, I'll put it through the sander. And what's tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, I'll run part 2. And it's much the same as what we've just done. And then on Monday, we'll have some edge banding that we can use on a box. Hey, Ed, you're late, mate. So am I. I'm meant to be up at the house having dinner. I'm going to get shot. But then I didn't stream Monday. I just felt the need to stream. Where are we up to? Oh, there you go. Oh, thanks, Chewy. I appreciate that. It's nice to know that we can have impact on other people. Well, actually, in all honesty, these streams keep me going, because if I get a bit lacklustre, as does happen, as with all of us, I think, oh no, I'll go down and stream, and then if I've got people actually in there watching me, it sort of motivates you to get in there and do a bit. Okay, so that is all we need to do for that. Where's my lion's head? Is that dried off? I'll give it another coat and then, yeah, we'll give. See, it doesn't, shellac dries so quickly. So we'll give it one more coat. I've got to change those buttons around because I love this colour. I really do. I reckon it's reptilian. Might have to do a crocodile or something in it, or an alien. There you go. So I'm going to do some more marquetry videos. There'll be a lot more coming up. Next one I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a compass rose using the window method, which is pretty interesting and pretty easy, even if you've never done marquetry before. That eye, I just love that. It's that's super spooky, I reckon. Ah, there we go. All right. Oh, now where's that? That can go there, that can go there. Oh dear. I might head up north and do a class. That would be great. Not a problem. I visited your good friend Terry last week in his workshop and got the green tour. I was amazed with his voice. Oh, aren't they? They are absolutely stunning. I'm fortunate enough to have one not in this workshop. But if you come and do the French polishing classes on one of the benches up there, and yes, it's really nice. But yeah, I'll keep you posted to when that's happening. It will be happening, but I've just got to sort a few things out in the classroom, and then we'll get that up and running, and it would be really good. And I'm from Newcastle myself, so's my wife. Met my wife in Newcastle. There you go. We lived there. Where did we live? We started out in Charlestown, then we moved to Mayfield. No, we started out in Mayfield, then we moved to Charlestown, then we went to Merriweather, and I was stationed at the RAF base. I wasn't in the RAF, I was in the army, but I was at Williamtown there for a couple of years. So there we go. So that's it. That was all I wanted to do. Oh, I'll show you this. Did I show you that, this, that? That was the other box top I made the other day. I'm just looking for the cords. Oh dear, oh dear. Nope, it's gone, tatas. But anyway, that's a form shape. There's a video I'm doing at the moment that shows you how to make these forms. Let's see if I can find it. And once you make them, then it's great. You can do all sorts of things and you can start making your own shapes and putting your own personality on things that you make. You don't have to buy store-bought stuff. And even though it is, it's a lot cheaper to buy it off eBay. But it's not as much fun. And speaking of, I'm just down the road from Charlestown. And Carter, my daughter-in-law used to work at the Cardiff RSL. There you go. My daughter-in-law. No. Oh, my God. My daughter-in-law. No, my sister-in-law. Oh, Lewa. Sorry, sweetheart. That'd either make me very, very old or you extremely young. And love you to bits, but we're the same age. Anyway, that's it. Just a quickie. Part 1 of how to make edge banding. I'll do another part tomorrow night, which will be nice. It'll get me in vogue. As I said, a couple of special guests coming up. We've got Christian from Japanese Tools Australia and Carol from Libron later on as well, and a sculptor. So it's going to be good. And I will see you tomorrow night if you're there. If not, I hope to catch you on Monday. But in the meantime, this is Steve pulling the shed door down and rushing up to have dinner and saying thanks very much for your company. Thanks for the mods that were in. Thanks for the people that joined the chat. If you like what you see and you haven't watched me before, please hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to join the Woodworking Masterclass channel, hit the join button, and there's a fair bit of information and videos up there for members only. And as a member, if you get caught, like you, Faulkner, and you want to know something about French polishing, I will endeavour to do a video to answer your question, and then I post that on the members community, and it's there as a resource for everyone to take advantage of. So don't forget, if you fancy the carving downloads, they're available. And that's about it. So in the meantime, remember to keep it sharp, and more importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself, be kind to each other, and I hope this button works. I look forward to having you in the workshop, at the bench, very, very soon. Till then, God bless, look after yourself. Bye for now. All right for the latecomers. Thanks, Alan. Nice to see you, mate. And David, thank you. Laz, thanks. Hope to catch up tomorrow. It's good stuff. And Faulkner, thank you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hooroo.